you are living that kind of lifestyle, that just sounds like one big orgy.
Ooh, well, she was very used to it because apparently in Ghana, there can be second wife or a third wife. Well, you're not gonna like none of your sister wives.
Hold on. No. I have to stop you right there. No, immediately. I have to stop you right. No.
Men being at war, which is what Western culture is all about, which is how they have stolen all of your wealth and your gold and your diamonds and your land and your women and your children to the point where you have nothing.
Yes. Oh, yes. One man owns these women. These are his wives.
No, you're Flintstone. This is called Flintstoneitization.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a really interesting guest. I want to say interesting because you are interesting.
I have a really interesting and scary guest. Yes, you know that. Just kidding. This is not going to be scary. It's going to be super fun.
No, I'm really excited to do this interview today because I feel like you're so controversial. And
controversial is the word.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be scary, but sometimes controversial can be scary.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, if you have an open mind about things, I think it's a good conversation to have, you know. Mm-hmm. So on this channel, I do a lot of Ghana content.
Okay.
Right? But for those that don't know Kenya went viral on Instagram because she has multiple husbands. Some of you may remember the clip. What station were you on?
I have a show on TLC. It is called Seeking Brother Husband.
Okay.
TLC is the learning channel. It's a US-based channel, but of course it went international. Yeah.
I remember seeing that clip actually go around on Instagram, and I was like, what? Like, I've not seen this before. I'm like, how is this happening, you know? And so to be sitting here today with you is a great opportunity for us to have a real conversation about what it's like to live that kind of lifestyle in the States.
Yes.
And what that might potentially mean for the world and even Ghana. And if it can translate to Ghana.
I hope it can. I hope it can based on what I've seen in Ghana, honey. Really? Oh gosh, yes. I mean, the men are just having a time of their life. I think the women should as well. I don't understand why any of us are sticking to something that does not work. If we have a divorce rate that's over 60% in Ghana, which we do, then marriage doesn't work. If your child came home with a 40% on the test and said, Mom, I got a 40%.
Yeah.
40% right. F, that's an F. So marriage has an F. Whether you're talking about Africa, Ghana, the United States, wherever it is failing, we need new systems. And that's what I provide. That's what I teach and do.
Right. Okay. Okay, so let's bring it back a bit. How did you, first of all, get into this? Have you been this way your whole life? Like, how?
Well, first of all, my name is Kenya K. Stevens. For those who don't know me, I am CEO of several companies. One is the Progressive Love Academy, which I've run for 18 years. Okay. My husband and I've been married for 30 years. My husband and I have written 12 books together, and we run a love academy where we literally stop divorces. People who don't want to lose their fortune. We stop 10, 20, $30 million divorces. We work with celebrities who do not want to lose it all simply because of what they want to do for 5 minutes with their genitals. It's ridiculous that we are throwing away our legacy, our families, our children's minds. So we've been working on this serious social concern that everyone should really be trying to tackle in some way. Instead, we're just watching one after the next, broken, fallen, war zones. We're just observing. Yeah. I'm not observing. I'm putting new systems into place along with my husband. So we run that company together. And I also run a company in Nairobi where I build applications for communities, relationships, dating. We build apps of all sorts.
Okay, interesting.
So, well, you asked me something. I wanted to briefly introduce myself so people understand, like, who is this woman? She just pop up out the woodworks and
well, I didn't give you the opportunity. I was just like, let's get into the video, you know? So, that's good. So I asked you, how did you get into the poly world? How did that happen?
Absolutely.
In that way?
No, humans are not a monogamous species. So monogamous species only copulate when the woman is in heat. Now, clearly, humans don't only copulate when a woman is ovulating.
Yeah.
So that's just, there's scientific traits that say we're not a monogamous species. So when you say, have I always been this way? She's asking, have I always been polyamorous?
Yes.
No. In the United States and here and wherever Christianity, Islam, or Judaism reside, they teach us that we should be monogamous. That good people are monogamous.
Yes.
That good girls don't.
Yeah.
That powerful men should at least keep it under wraps. But they're free to be non-monogamous, of course. They can have liaisons. Just don't embarrass your family if you're a man. If you're a woman, don't do that or you will die. You can die. Your life will be at risk.
Yeah.
So these are cultural conditionings and programs that we've learned. So no, I didn't. I started out learning the same as you. Did you learn those programs?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I mean, I'm learning about this whole thing now, but I didn't really know that this was a whole world. This is something new that's opened up to me, and so now I like to have conversations.
But what I'm saying is, did you learn the program of monogamy that good girls don't? That sex is bad. That it's a sin.
Absolutely. I grew up in church, and so it was definitely one man, one woman. This is what you do. This is the road that you take.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely. It was just ingrained. You don't even learn it. You just know it.
You know it,
Yeah.
and you also know that it wasn't working for your parents. You knew that as well, but. But we didn't know to start designing our own systems, something that works better.
Yeah.
But yes, we all grew up with that programming. So I grew up with that programming. My parents were very Christian. And well, my mom was. My dad was not. My dad stayed home. We listened to jazz, Stevie Wonder, John Coltrane. He's really where I opened my mind. So there was a part of my mind that was open because of my dad.
Right.
But yes, I when I got married at age 21, I was graduating from Howard University. My husband was getting his graduate degree from Howard.
Yeah.
He has an MBA from there. And we met on a blind date. And no, I never expected that we would be polyamorous, ever, once.
So maybe for those that may not understand what polyamorous is, explain what that means.
So polyamory means many loves. I and my husbands, all of my partners, can have many partners. We don't limit the number of partnerships or marriages that we can have. And that's for the women and the men. Polygyny is when the man can do that, but not the woman.
Right.
Polyandry is when the woman can have multiple partners, but not the man. So
you are which one?
In the middle, polyamory, where both the man and the woman can have multiple partners.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some tough questions.
I love tough questions.
So if you are living that kind of lifestyle, that just sounds like one big orgy.
Ooh, I wish.
That's what it sounds like, because it's like everybody can I feel like this today and he feels like that, so let's just do whatever we want.
We have long-term committed partnerships. So our relationships are not based on sexuality, they're based on emotional connection. Right. So if I don't feel an emotional connection, you're not a sex partner. You're definitely not a sex partner if you've not met my family, my husbands, my children, things that are, do you want to build community with us? So that's where I come from with it. I mean, I can walk outside today and ask 100 men to have sex with me. 90 would say yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not really impressed by the concept of having sex with multiple men. Wow. I'm impressed with the concept that multiple men want to work together instead of wage war. And to secure and support me, my children, and all the women that I know and their children.
I see. Okay. So do you have partners that you don't sleep with, and it's just
Well, my husband, many of my husbands I don't sleep with. I have 4 husbands at this time. And, when you've been with somebody 30 years, after 30 years, you're not like, oh my gosh, sex is the point of our marriage. Yeah. No, it has grown beyond sex, way beyond. We have 3 children together, which I home birthed and homeschooled.
Okay.
All 3.
That's with your first husband?
With my first husband of 30 years. We have all of these companies together. We have a large community, constituents, clients, our parents. Our relationship has evolved way beyond sex, and we do not believe in obligatory sex. So no, we haven't been sexual in years.
Right. So that just sounds to me like you are just two people living under the same roof that are friends.
Oh, best friends. That's what marriage is. Absolutely. We don't believe in a romantic fantasy or like Disney type of marriage.
Yeah.
We believe that that is another program that was constructed that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yes, we have a very realistic and practical idea of marriage.
Okay, so when you brought up this idea, I don't know, I'm assuming you're the one who brought this up to
No,
you.
why you assume I'm the one brought it up?
Because you're the one with doing some amazing
Why
things.
she
like,
assume I'm the fast one? I'm the one brought it up. I did the whole thing. No. My husband and I both had experiences. We were monogamous, quote unquote. I would like to say sexually exclusive, just to be scientifically correct.
Yeah.
Because again, humans are not a monogamous species.
Yeah.
So just to say that my husband and I were both open-minded, and we both kept having experiences that brought us into connection with other people that we were attracted to.
Okay.
So we never cheated on each other, but we would come home and say, hey, I was attracted to this person.
Yeah.
My husband once told me, hey, I'm attracted to this woman at work. I said, who is she? Tell me about it. I always wanted to know, like, what do you like about her? One time I just said, well, I want to meet her. She was from Ghana, actually.
Really?
Yeah, she was Ghanaian.
And how did you, okay, so did you actually end up meeting her?
I did. We went to dinner.
And how did she feel about this situation?
Well, she was very used to it because apparently in Ghana, there can be second wife or a third wife. So she didn't feel at all uncomfortable, you know, and really neither did I, because I had grown up in African tradition, even though I was in the United States.
Right.
So I understood polygamy. And we met, we had dinner, and I saw why he liked her. She was so meek. Babe, what is tofu? I don't know what this is. I've never eaten this. I'm like, girl, you're funny. And so, you know, he had a different energy with her. She needed different things from him. And it let him grow beyond who he was with me.
Right.
So I thought it was great.
I think the reason that I thought that you were the one that brought this idea up is because typically when we see you on TV, we see you with your two husbands. We don't see your husbands with other women.
Well, that was on purpose. TLC didn't want to show that. TLC doesn't want to show community that works.
Right.
TLC wants to make a spectacle.
Yeah.
So I told them, you know, they baited us into the show and said, hey, this is going to be, yes, you can show all of your partners. But really, they wanted to show me and my two husbands. They didn't even show all four of my husbands and how they all get along and their wives.
Right.
Two of my husbands, I connected them to their other wife.
Really?
Yes, and they have children with those women. We run companies together, but TLC don't want to show that. Now you have a healing and a solution to baby mama drama.
Yeah.
And all of the problems that keep our community apart. We have solved them.
So do you think that it's important for the women to get along for this community to work?
Absolutely. I get along with all of my sister wives. And I expect my brother husbands to get along with each other as well. And we have tools for that to happen.
So what happens if you don't like one of your sister wives? There's just friction between you. How do you resolve this, or what happens?
Well, you're not going to like none of your sister wives. Because you're not trained to like other women that's also dealing with your partner. That's a unlearning and a new learning process that we had to go through. The first part of that process, because I can't really tell you, it's really it's an extended process that we all have to go through in life. But I had to separate my ego, you know, and my higher self. And then my animal. So I got three parts. My animal might see my co-wife and get fearful. You know how animals, you know, that's just my animal.
Yeah.
Now, my ego may be looking at my animal and say, you feel like that because she's trying to take your place. You know, ego always got a story.
Oh, yeah.
The story is a lie. It's always a lie. The ego is never telling the truth. But most people don't know that, so they can't check their ego.
Right.
So we learn through a process called up-level communication how to listen to the animal, understand the ego's perspective, but know that the higher self is beyond it.
I see. Okay. So so you're in Ghana right now.
Yes.
What is your mission while you're here?
I am in Ghana because I am wanting to learn to flirt.
Hold on. No. I have to stop you right there. No, immediately. I have to stop you right. No. Hold on. You came to Ghana to learn to flirt. Did you do your research before you decided to make that decision?
Well, yes, I asked AI, where's the best place in the world to meet eligible black men? And they gave me 3 places: Brazil, Salvador, Colombia, and Ghana.
Really?
Top 3 places.
I find that incredibly interesting.
Why?
Because I don't see Ghanaian men that way. A lot of them. They have the capacity to flirt. Don't come for me. They have the capacity to flirt. But a lot of them, if you want that emotional connection, you want that, it's very hard. Like, communication with them can be very difficult. I mean, some of them coming up now, it's a bit different as society is changing, but you can be met with some resistance. So I'm like, you came to Ghana to flirt? Like, I could think of probably better places you could go.
Where?
If you wanted that
Where?
interaction. I mean, like,
where?
not Ghana.
Well, you
Not
can't
Ghana.
say you can't say where not to go. You would have to say where is the most ideal, because that's what I asked AI, and they said Ghana. Now, here's been my experience so far.
That's what
The
I was
men are on point. I am getting the attention and the energy that I want. Now, a lot of people think attention is a dirty word. All humans need attention and acknowledgement. Our parents shamed us because of Christianity. You just want attention. You crying for attention.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. That's what humans do. And so I need fresh attention. Let me get the hashtag, fresh attention. And so I've been getting a lot of fresh attention here. The men are very cordial, very nice. And what I want to do, I like that you say they're not super flirtatious. I want to be the initiator.
So you like the dominance of it?
Well, I'm practicing that because I've been so submissive my entire life.
Really?
So I have never.
I cannot see that about you.
I know everybody says that.
I'm like, where?
I have been so. I mean, I went to dinner with a woman my husband likes. That's very submissive. I feel like I'm masculine, but I'm submissive. There's masculine dominance and there's masculine submissive. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So do you think that you can bring this concept to Ghana? Because Ghana, let's be honest, is pretty much patriarchal, right? It's male-led.
Yes.
I don't know how the system here would work with a woman being so dominant and saying she wants multiple husbands. So I actually did a video recently where I spoke about, and I titled the video, "Don't Marry a Ghanaian Man." And the reason that I titled it that way is because sometimes people think that they can come from the West and bring their cultures and customs here and treat Ghanaian men in the same way that they have in the West. And it doesn't work like that. There are things that you need to learn.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, I don't know if this world would mesh with what we have here. Because in the comment section, someone immediately was like, I would never do that. There's no way. Like, if my husband is going to have multiple wives, I'm going to have multiple husbands. And then loads of people jumped on the comment and were like, nah, that can't happen. This is Ghana. It doesn't work like that. Don't bring that here type thing. And so there was a lot of resistance just in the comment section. Let alone bringing it here for everybody to see. I don't know how it would work because there's such a strong culture here, especially with our ties to family. Our family has a lot of say in what we do.
Wow.
And so I don't know how that could translate and if it ever would.
Yes. I agree with you. I mean, first of all, what we'd be bringing here is not polyamory. What we'd be bringing here is the ability to get along in community. And that has been lost. That was our culture. That is our indigenous culture, pre-colonial, prior to Christianity, which has set up these quote unquote values that we feel like we have now. A man saying, you're not gonna do that with another man. That's men being at war, which is what Western culture is all about, which is how they have stolen all of your wealth and your gold and your diamonds and your land and your women and your children. To the point where you have nothing. So if we want to get to the core,
Yeah.
that's what we have to actually recognize. And what we're saying is that we need community again. It could never happen with ownership. Ownership of humans, like this is my woman.
Yeah.
No one else will be with my woman. That means you got to build a gate, a fortress around you, and you cannot be in community. And that's where they got y'all. And y'all think somehow that that's cute. And I'm here to tell you that it's not.
Yeah.
And I am the anti, whatever you want to call it, of that.
Okay, so let's look at it this way as well. I will say, like, going back, Ghana, back in the days before colonialism, right, was very much about community. Right? It was very much about a man who has multiple wives, and that's how he builds his community. They would have lots of children, and they would live their life, and that's just how it was.
Yes, but the women were also free. Here's what works.
The women didn't have multiple wives.
That's what the men will tell you today.
You think?
Oh, I know. I've spoken to my ancestors about this. I've spoken to people of the Maasai tribe about this. I have many on my post. I've interviewed men all over Africa. In Tanzania, I've interviewed Fulani men. I've interviewed Zulu men who tell us that, yes, we use a man for counting. A man would have a space and multiple women. But those women he did not own their sexuality. They could have sex with other men in the community based on certain protocols. In Kenya, in Maasai, it was that you can sleep with any men in your generation. Every 7 years, new generation. But this generation altogether, we may be married in this way, but you have access to the men in your generation. This is what they're not telling y'all.
I don't know if that was in Ghana. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't know about other
ownership
countries.
of humans. So you're saying Ghana, pre-colonial, was into ownership of humans?
Yes. Yes. One man owns these women. These are his wives.
No, you're Flintstone. This is called Flintstoneization. You're taking concepts from the modern times and taking it back 10,000 years into the past as if it's always been, and it hasn't. That's called Flintstoneization. You should read a book by Christopher Ryan called Sex at Dawn to understand female sexuality in the Amazon, in the wandering cultures, in the in egalitarian cultures, in pre-colonial cultures. This woman is free. This man is free, and these people work together.
Okay, so let's look at it from another angle as well. Because some people will say a man that will allow his woman to have other partners is a beta man. He's not a real man, because a real man would not allow his woman that he owns to have multiple partners. Yeah, I'm saying it like that because that's also how you say
that's what it is.
Yes. So I'm saying it like that.
Yeah.
Some people would say, well, that man must be weak, because I know a lot of men that would be like, there's no way. That's why people hate the thing of cheating. My woman cheats, I'm done with her.
Well, that's because they're insecure. There's no alpha man that would be insecure. An alpha man is going to want everybody to be happy. A beta man only wants himself to be happy. A beta man is like Scar in the movie Lion King. He is not a real king. He's just so frigid and so afraid of everything. Somebody's going to have a bigger penis. Somebody's going to have more money. Somebody's going to take my woman. Yeah. That's beta. Alpha is what I want for me, I want for you. What I want for my brother, I want for me. What I want for community. A lot of men say, I'm not taking care of no kid that's not mine.
We've heard that.
That's not community. That's beta behavior.
I'll definitely agree with that.
And just one last thing on the beta men who want to own women. I'm sharing, like, it's an alpha concept to say, I don't want any woman to go without anything that she needs. Why would I want a woman to just depend on me? I might die. Why wouldn't that woman be able to depend on any man in this community? Why wouldn't any man in this community take ownership of those children and care of those children? That's alpha.
Yeah, that's definitely community, for sure.
I'm tired of talking about these beta characteristics and people flip-flopping that. Alpha, we care about our community. Right. All of the people, whether they have a penis or a vagina.
Okay. So I was like, no,
these are just basic logic. Like,
no, I'm listening and I'm processing because, I like to try and be open-minded with these things because I feel like the world is changing. There's so many things. And some of these new things we have to introduce to sustain ourselves. Because like you said in the beginning, and I think it's so important, marriages are breaking up. People are going out there and cheating. Look, and I said it before, listen, Ghanaian men, they will cheat.
Yeah.
They will cheat. And it's known that they will cheat. They will have a wife and they will have side chicks. And it's all good as long as the wife doesn't find out because that will bring shame on her.
Sure.
And I'm like, how does that make sense?
It doesn't. And why would we do another generation that way?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Because then the wife feels like, because I feel like when it comes to cheating, it's not even about the act so much. It's more about the deceit and the disrespect that comes with it.
Yes.
That's what it is
about. And why does he want to feel disrespected? Because it's nothing wrong with a man wanting multiple women. My husbands have multiple women. My husband got a woman in every state in the United States. Okay. In every area code.
All know about each other?
Yes. We know each other. We like each other. So to me, it brings a man power and honor.
I mean, it sounds good on the surface. Like when I'm hearing it, I'm like, oh, that sounds really nice to like have these sister wives where, you can have this connection. Maybe one day you're not feeling well, they'll come and bring you something, help, that community. It sounds good, but I don't know what it's like in real life. How does it really translate to real life? In terms of like maybe jealousy, okay, he's not going to be with me today, he's going to be with somebody else. Like, how does that really work?
Again, when couples come to me, because I coach couples, I stop divorces. When monogamous couples come to me, and they want to become poly or they're wanting to think about open relating, I tell them, stop. You do not have the tools to even begin a path of open relationship. So I take couples on a path, bit by bit, tool by tool. If you just decide, let's say me and you are married, well, we wouldn't be because we both women, but let's say you were a man and we married, and we just jump into polyamory, we would fail. We would fall apart. We do not have the progressive love tools. We do not have any tools to help us with the jealousy, the insecurity, the animal that's going to raise up.
So it's about being able to control your emotions and what your first instincts are.
Not control. Definitely, you can never control your emotions. That's like controlling a waterfall or controlling the sun. You cannot. So you have to learn to hold space for emotion. Allow emotion. Most monogamous people don't even allow emotion. I remember being married to my husband. He would get upset if I cried.
Really? Why?
Because he would think he did something wrong.
Okay.
He wasn't even trained to hold space for one woman.
And that, let's also touch on that, because that's true. Some men feel like they have the capacity to have all these women, but are you mature enough to be able to hold that?
Absolutely. It's not about maturity. It's nothing against y'all. It's our culture. Again, we live in Western culture and they do not initiate humans or train humans to be human and hold space for emotion. So if she's yelling, she's a nag. If she's crying, she's too emotional. If she's angry, she's an angry black woman. If she, it's like these are natural human feelings and characteristics. There's nothing wrong with your emotion. But that's what men learn when they come to me. And that's what women learn, because we don't hold space for men either.
I agree.
Male emotion wants to be loud, wants to punch a wall, wants to, chest beat. And we shame men for that instead of holding space. So that's first. Don't try poly without learning up-level communication, how to communicate and how to hold space for emotion.
I see. Okay. So the other thing is, how do you keep safe having so many multiple partners? Or is it just that, okay, because in your case, you said that you stopped being intimate with your first husband, right? So does that mean, okay, so now you're just sexually intimate with one person, or you're sexually intimate with multiple people?
I'm not sexually intimate at all this year. I mean, I don't know why people think it's an orgy. I want to have lots of sensuality and sex, right? But my relationships are about my empire. So if I have a chance to have sex, like I have my own bedroom, I'm constantly traveling.
Yeah.
I'm here in Ghana for a month. Solo, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. But in terms of safety and sensuality, we have safe sex protocols. Nobody in my community is sick. And we don't believe that sex makes one sick. We believe that what you believe about sex, if you feel guilt, if you feel shame, if you feel dirty, that is the illness manifest. Right. But we still have safe sex protocols, and our lives don't revolve around sex.
But then isn't that just like a group of friends?
Well, that's what community is.
So then why call that person your husband?
Because we are married. We are together. We're lifelong partners. We have an emotional connection, financial connection. They're in care of our children. We're sexual, sensual. We're intimates.
Right. I see. Okay. This is interesting to look at from that perspective, because I don't think that's how people look at this. So that's why your story is blood, because they feel like you're a woman who's just out there and you're just taking all these men and you're sleeping with them and you're doing whatever you want.
I wish.
And it's uncontrolled.
I do wish I could have more sex.
Yeah.
I do.
I saw a clip of you and you said you were with your second husband and you said that you're not getting enough sex. You didn't feel like you were having enough sex. I wasn't,
yeah. Because, you know, all relationships start out with high sex. Yeah. And then literally the chemical in your brain goes down, especially if you share a house with them, share bed with them every night. You don't want to have sex with them the same way after 7 years. Yeah. And it's nobody's fault. And no, you're not falling out of love. It's a natural hormonal change in the brain, because humans need community. So it goes down so you can go connect with another person, go connect with another person. So I'm looking to connect with another highly sexual, sensual relationship. But all the ones I've had, we've gone through that process.
Okay.
I've been married for 68 years and I'm only 51.
So you're legally married to one and not, because how does that work?
Well, I'm legally married to all of them through LLCs.
I like that. I like that, because people don't understand that when you get into business with someone, it's like a marriage.
Same thing.
It is. It joins you together, right?
Yes.
I'll take that.
Ding.
Right.
I love it. I mean, I feel so safe. I feel so secure. I feel as if anytime, whatever I need, I can call somebody. I feel as if the men around me are working together instead of against each other. I feel like the women around me are working together instead of against each other. It's no cattiness. Somebody's at home cooking for my husband right now. I could stay away for 6 months. All of his women would take care of my dogs, my children, him, them. I love it. There's no one who can tell me, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I will ask them, why not? And what are you doing? Yeah. And prayerfully, you're happy.
Okay, so in like in the Ghanaian culture, right?
Yeah.
This would be something that's very new, and I don't know how family would adopt this idea. And when it happened in the past, it was more about the creation of wealth.
Oh, yes.
It was for a man to be able to take care of these multiple women, and so that they have like a source of income, right?
Nice.
Is that how it works in this situation? Is it about building wealth?
It is about building wealth, but it's not based on the man as provider. It's based on humans as providers.
I really like that, because sometimes I feel like with these things, it's always like, if you give this idea to somebody, they'll be like, well, can he take care of me?
Oh, God. That's back to the patriarchy.
Yeah, it's like if you can take care of me, then yes, I'll do it. But
no,
it's not necessarily about that. It's not about him being able to provide for 10 women or whatever.
No, but every man who I am with provides something. It's not about money. Some men provide their powerful intellect. Some men provide their powerful sensuality. That's very healing. Some men provide powerful coffers or money. Some men provide like my husband wrote all those books with me. You know, everything is leading to the portal of wealth, which is feminine, creativity. So it's feeding me whether it's money or not. and I'm feeding them,
Yeah.
whether it's money or not.
So do you think that you're in a better position financially because of this?
Oh my gosh, yes. I would never. I spent 4 months in Bali last year. I went to Dubai last year. I stayed on the Palms. I went to Vietnam, Thailand. I've traveled to Africa. Business is Africa. I can go wherever I want, and it is because of this lifestyle. It's because of my men and their women working together.
Okay. So on a financial level, when it comes to, God forbid, you pass away, what happens to your assets? Who does that go to? How does it?
Well, they're in LLCs and trusts, and they're written out for my children. I have 3 children. I mean, all of that is neatly organized when you have time to deal with that. Most people don't have time to deal with their own finances because they're constantly in drama and arguments and breakups, and they've built something and now they have to tear it apart again. Build it and tear it apart. And so you're in the middle of projects that are incomplete simply because we don't have community. Simply because of that.
Yeah. So do you believe in the white wedding, the signing of a contract?
I had a white wedding when I was 21 years old to my first husband of 30 years. And he and I are the ones who decided to become polyamorous. So much for that. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you wear white or black or have a African ceremony or not. Really what you want to do is try to get the patriarchy and Western culture off of you, because it is not serving you.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have my thoughts on that. I would agree. I would agree. I do feel like a lot of cheating happens because people feel restricted in their marriages.
Yeah.
And so it gets too much. And so therefore they want to have the freedom of expression. So whether they've gone out and they've planned to cheat or not, it happens because it's something that they crave within them. And perhaps they haven't been able to express it to their partner.
But is it just men?
I mean, women cheat too. Absolutely. Women definitely.
You've been with Mary for 18 years. Now let's get into this nitty gritty. Because see, we play
not about me. Not about me.
The women have been playing a little game. I've been noticing because I've been on the scene for 20 years. I'm the number one in the world, the number one advocate for women's sexual freedom and polyamory. So I've seen women try to say, it's not us. We could be monogamous. But tell me the truth. You're married 18 years. You never had a desire for anything more attention, more touch, more intimacy.
I would say yes, I definitely did. But my relationship was slightly different, I would say, because I got married. So I got married at 24, and I didn't have that love for him that I should have had. So I always craved it. So I would see couples and be like, I wish I had that, I wish I had that. But I personally don't desire to have multiple partners. That's not my desire. But I wouldn't dog somebody else that wanted that. If that works for you, hey, that works for you.
But let's just back up on your logic here. You're saying you married a man and you were with him for 18 years. You're saying if you could have had both a romantic partnership and he was perfectly fine with it and been with him, you came home after being satisfied romantically, you could have the domesticity that he provided. You're saying you wouldn't want that?
No, because I didn't want him, and I still wouldn't want him.
But then why were you with him for 18 years?
I was in church. I got married young. I didn't know what I wanted. And so therefore, it was like I was in this thing. It's like, you don't get divorced. So I was one of those people where it's like, you get married, and that is it. You've signed your contract. That is like, there's no get out here. Okay,
but one moment. I'm drilling you in on this because I want other women to feel the freedom to think outside the box.
Yeah.
Even if just for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, what were the redeeming qualities of your husband?
You see now.
What were the redeeming qualities that kept you okay, church?
It was just
nothing. He had no good qualities.
Not for me. I was in it because of what other people's opinions would be if I was to try to walk away.
Why did you marry him in the first place?
Because I was in church and we had a good friendship to begin with. But he was not my person. Okay, friendship. Did you guys continue to have some form of friendship in the first 5 years? I would say we had a type of friendship, yeah.
Wonderful. So let's take that type of friendship and say that he was like, hey, I realize we're not romantic. Go and find also a romantic partner Bring him home. Let's make sure that we know each other and everything's cool. You're saying that you would tell him, no, I don't want to have you as a friend and a romantic partner. That's what you're saying.
In my personal situation, yes. Had it been somebody that I had had a real love for, yes, I would. Yes, I would. But that's what I'm saying. My situation was a little bit different.
Like him.
Yeah, I just didn't. And we don't even communicate now. So that's that. But if we were in a good place where I was like, okay, there's still a friendship there, then yes, I would be open to something like that.
I'm so happy to hear that you can even say that now.
Yeah, definitely.
In 2005, when I started, most women could not even say that.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Honestly, I feel like if a situation that you're in makes you happy, then you should do it. You're not hurting anybody. You should go for it. But I think a lot of people hold back because of society pressures, especially the Ghana culture.
Ooh.
We have so much pressure on us. You do something, your auntie's going to call you, your mum's going to call you, your grandpa's going to call you, everybody is going to call you, and that pressure will stop you from doing that thing, you know, and so that's the problem that we have.
And the values they're bringing onto you are Christian.
Yes, very much so. Ghana is heavily Christian and Muslim. Muslims have multiple, the men take multiple women, but Christian, we don't do that. It's just not. So I don't know.
I don't know how we're going to expunge that from Africa.
I don't think you can with this generation now.
Not this generation.
I don't think so. I think slowly people are beginning to change and they're opening up to other new concepts. But I think for Ghana, it will take a long time to get there. Ghana's not ready for that conversation. No, it is not.
You know, in Kenya, they were ready.
Kenya's different. I can't remember what country it was. I remember Wadamaya went to a country and the welcome that he had was, oh, you can sleep with my wife. And that's welcome.
That was probably Masai.
Yeah, you know, and so he was like, what? Like, that's your wife, you know? So, we can't assume that every culture on the continent is the same. I'm speaking for Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana is not, I don't think Ghana's ready for that conversation.
Right.
But you've been out in these Ghana streets.
I have been talking to these Ghanaian men,
you've seen something different. How do they feel? How do they receive?
I feel like they know. All of the men that I've talked to said that, acknowledge that they're cheating on their partner and that they have or they would. Some of them said that they have multiple partners and the partners know about each other. All of them said that they would be opposed to sharing their woman with another man.
Yeah.
But I just, I feel like they've had an open mind and they feel a little bit of guilt about how they're operating.
Yeah.
So that's a good crack in the mask that's going to help them just take that mask off. Yeah.
I mean, it's scary to do something so different and go against what you have been raised to believe. It doesn't the switchover just doesn't happen like that,
No.
It takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah.
It took time for me. I mean, this was not overnight.
But now you're loud about it.
I'm loud and proud.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in my 30s when I started, I was 33 and I'm 51 now, but I don't know if it's because I am 51 and I don't give a fuck. Like, I actually don't.
There is a switch over that happens.
Switch.
There is I ain't gonna lie. There is a switch over that happens. You get to the place where you're like, I don't give a anymore.
What are y'all who was y'all talking to?
Yeah.
I birthed you.
Yeah.
I birthed you. Who are you telling the rules and the conversation?
Yeah.
What's this conversation about? That's how I feel now.
Yeah.
But I did not feel that when I was 33. I sort of started to. I really actually did. Like, fuck it, I did. I always felt like, where did this come from? Why are we living under this? Why do we say yes to patriarchy?
But I think you get the older you get more boldness about being able to speak about these things and not have the opinions of others cloud what it is that you think about things, So.
Most people say, well, marriage works for some people. I said marriage works 45% of the time. Let's give it a bold, easy, like 40%. Let's say 55% divorce rate in the United States. If a plane was going to crash, 45% chance, 50% chance, would you fly?
I ain't getting on it.
Okay, so why are people still walking around with this white wedding dress?
Yeah. I mean, I've said I don't want to get married again. I don't see the need for it. I believe in life partnerships.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Several.
Yeah.
We're going to talk later.
We'll talk. Yeah. We will talk. For sure. No, I love it. I love it.
I'm just messing with
No,
you.
I know. So now, I actually really like the way how you say that you save marriages. Because I feel like this is an option that people should explore rather than go down the divorce route. Because the divorce route is horrible. It's
terrible.
disgusting. It's nasty. You'd be surprised what comes out in divorces. And so I think if there's a way around that to still keep the family intact in some way, I don't see how that can be a bad thing.
It's a good thing. I've stopped thousands of divorces, high-end divorces, but I don't stop divorces with polyamory. I stop divorces by making couples into communities. Your sex life is something you have to decide on.
Right.
But if you know how to be community, even if you don't have extramarital sex partners, you have extramarital friends.
Right.
People who you can help, who can help you and help your children and support you.
That I like the idea of.
You have to have that. So all of my couples don't become polyamorous, but all of them have to learn how to communicate in community and how to hold space for emotion, which I talk about in my books.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, so you have a course or something like that?
Divorce Proof Club. Yeah, so I do one-on-one coaching with high-end clients who really have expensive divorces to sort and they don't want to go through with it. So that's one-on-one coaching. But then I have groups like Divorce Proof Club for people who've been married 5-10 years. They getting tired of each other. They not divorcing, but they're like, I don't know if this gonna work. Like they're thinking of how they could. Maybe you were like that for many years in your marriage, like trying to think about how we can maneuver out.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to but I just wanted to exit. Like I didn't even want to stay in it. I just wanted to exit. And start again. But yes, I would be open to something like that. Absolutely.
Yes, I have a lot of people who come to Divorce Proof Club who are like, it's never gonna work. I got to figure out a way out. And they get these tools, and honey, their entire marriage changes. They're like, I wish we had learned this before we got married.
There is not enough education, in my opinion, before people get married to really understand what they're walking into and what they even want.
That's right. That's right. A lot of people go to their pastor, again, does nothing.
Yeah.
It provides not one tool. So we teach tools. We don't talk.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to go to therapy. I don't blame them. Therapy doesn't work. You're talking about the situation. You're not healing the situation, redirecting the emotions, learning to educate the ego, literally training the animal. You're not doing that.
Yeah. I see.
But I do that because I'm the best love coach on the planet, and that's what I've done it for 18 years.
She's giving herself her flowers.
Oh, I give them every day, honey. Look, I'm too old not to now.
I love it. So where can people find you if they want to know a bit more about it? They're a little bit more inquisitive.
Absolutely. Find me at progressiveloveacademy.com. On Instagram, I am also Progressive Love Academy. And you can find my books online. My name is Kenya K. Stevens. They're on Amazon. You can check out everything that I have. It's all for you.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. I really enjoyed today's conversation, and I think we're going to have some further conversations off camera. No, but I love your free spirit. I love the fact that, you know, even though people may not be receptive to your idea, the fact that you are trying to build community, because that is your mission, is to build community. It's not to bring people into the poly world. It's just about, it's about community, it's about building, you know? So I love that.
Thank you. I love it. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all.
Really fun.
All right, guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a great conversation. If you have any questions at all, put them into the comment section and we can discuss it further. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment and share this video. Until next time, we are out.